Welcome to today's Powerboost. In any situation, it is always useful to take the position where one can know or see or take into consideration the big picture. Now, for example, some simple examples. If you have to look after some plants, it is good to see the composition of the garden in which they are placed. What is the soil? What is the arrangements with other plants? If there is some shadow or do they need bright sunlight? For the plant to grow well, and you spending your time on the plant, you need to know the bigger picture, in which context the plant has to grow, and what are the variety of factors there. In the context of health, for example, there may be some pain somewhere or some other symptoms somewhere, but you need a bigger picture of what is going on with the body, what is the medical history, what kind of position the body is in all day, what kind of work needs to be is being done with the body, what is the food, what are the sleeping conditions, the air, the water. If you take the bigger picture into consideration, you can more easily be clear about the diagnosis and the therapy. In relationships, there may be a certain situation, a certain conflict, or a certain harmony. Whatever is there, it is always in the context of what happened yesterday and where it will lead to, what is the past, what is the present, what is the future. And we are better off when we use this ability that we all have to pause and see, take a moment to reflect on the bigger picture before we act, before we respond, before we take a decision in any situation. But for some reason, we have not trained ourselves to be like that. We instantly respond. We instantly react. Most of the time, it is like that. And we don't take time to see the bigger picture. And this is our attitude. This is the way we approach our relationships. This is the way we approach life in general. This is the way we approach ourselves also. We look at ourselves and we judge or condemn, or we appreciate ourselves based on what is there now. And that's it. It is very useful to look at the bigger picture, especially when we want to come back to deeper experiences that we all long for, like peace and feeling secure, or feeling loved, or being happy and content. We need to understand ourselves in the context of past, present, and future. We need to see a big picture, and we need to approach life with that perspective of a bigger picture. And to start with, it is good to begin to think of ourselves with that, what would be the word, that approach. When I think of myself, what is it that I think of? Do I think of myself in terms of my physical appearance? Do I think of myself in terms of my gender? Do I think of myself in terms of the ethnicity? Do I think of myself in terms of the social or educational background, in terms of career? that is a very limited perspective of self. What is the bigger picture? We carry so much impressions and experiences from the past, and they have all given shape to the personality that is being expressed now. And what is being done now is also based on hopes and visions for the future. But even beyond that, am I just this physical form and this physical human being? Or am I a spiritual being that transcends the limitations of this physical form? And am I in this world to play a part? But am I an actor, a being of consciousness who acts out a human part? And so human life becomes like a play on a stage where a huge play is being acted out. But we are invisible spiritual beings from another dimension. Spiritual beings who belong to a family of spiritual beings. And we are here to play the human part. Now, if we hold that bigger picture of ourselves and of the life's human experience, that's a very different approach and a very different feeling that emerges also. We are as if detached observers of this play of human life that is being acted out. But when we live and act from the limited consciousness that I am a female, I belong to this and this ethnicity, I belong to this and this religion, then I'm creating internally, holding an identity that is first of all based on something limited, but also it separates me from you, who is of a different gender maybe, who plays the part within a different religious context. Whilst if we see that big picture of ourselves as beings of consciousness, playing different parts, variety of parts in this human play, then we are spiritual beings, brothers, one family of souls belonging to that spiritual dimension. No need to come here and claim anything or claim anyone or fight with each other over some limited things. So this spirit of family, this spirit of brotherhood, this spirit of being spiritual beings playing the game of human life. Let us find out how to play it. But first of all, let us wake up to this awareness of being non-physical, living lights. Reflecting on this awareness, experimenting with this awareness, and experiencing this consciousness of being light, of being a non-physical being of consciousness, of being innately peaceful. That might be one of the refined ways to celebrate this era of the festival of lights. Diwali, Hanukkah is coming, Christmas is coming. Many of the great traditions in the world celebrate the coming of light, the awakening of humanity, the time where we realize that we are not mere mortals and that we are all connected as a family of non-physical beings of light, souls belonging to one supreme soul. Once I wake up to that, is as if the inner light is lit and starts shining. And I can look at others and feel for others the feelings of brotherhood, feelings of peace and appreciation and love, irrespective of their physical form, their physical personality, their religion, their social or educational status, or geographical living space. Let's celebrate the festival of lights. Let's celebrate this season of lights, igniting that awareness that we are all living lights, souls. And let's take a few moments to reflect on this. And just allowing ourselves to as if withdraw our attention from all the external things and dynamics going on, and just take a minute and ask the self this simple question. Who is this real self? The one who is making the body move, the one who is using the eyes to see. Let me allow the mind to capture this awareness of the self as a timeless, invisible, living light. A being of peace. Free, pure, clean, timeless, living light. And as we go about our daily activities, let us aim to hold this awareness of being light and hold this vision for everyone else too, that all are living lights. Let us hold this practice of seeing the bigger picture, of seeing the refined and the invisible dimension within everything and behind everything. Let us light this awareness. Thank you, and everyone. Happy seasons. season of lights. Thank you.